How does a writing trope become a cliché? Imagine a story that feels like you've seen it all before. That's often how a trope turns into a cliché. It starts with a simple idea that writers use to tell stories quickly. Tropes are like shortcuts, familiar themes, character types, or plot devices that help audiences understand what's happening fast. When used well, they add clarity and connect with viewers or readers. But if overused, they can lose their punch and start feeling dull. A trope becomes a cliché when many writers keep using it in the same way, over and over. For example, the hero who is reluctant at first but saves the day at the last second. When this kind of story appears in many books or movies, people begin to expect it. It stops surprising or engaging the audience because they already know what will happen. Another step is predictability. When a trope is used so often that its outcome is obvious, it no longer holds interest. Readers or viewers can guess what will happen next, which makes the story feel lazy or uninspired. This is especially true if the writer doesn't add anything new or different to the trope. For instance, if a character archetype like the damsel in distress is used without giving her more depth or a fresh twist, it feels tired. Lack of originality is another reason. When writers relying on a trope without changing it or making it more interesting, it feels like a shortcut. Instead of creating something new, they just follow a formula. Over time, audiences get tired of seeing the same thing again and again. They start to tune out or feel bored. Tropes are not inherently bad. They are tools that can help tell stories effectively. The key is to use them carefully. Writers can put a new spin on a familiar trope, combine different tropes in unexpected ways, or develop characters that feel real and unique. This keeps stories fresh and engaging. To avoid turning a trope into a cliché, writers should recognize which tropes are common in their genre. Then, they can think about how to make those tropes feel new. For example, instead of the typical hero's journey, they could add a surprising character motivation or a different setting. Subverting a trope means turning expectations upside down, which keeps the audience guessing. Using tropes as a foundation rather than a strict rule helps. Add your own details, emotional depth, and character complexity. This way, your story feels genuine and avoids feeling like just another cliché. Remember, the goal is to tell stories that feel fresh and real, even if they include familiar elements.